Welcome back to Inside Line Football with head football coach Tim Clifton. Coach, our opponent on this afternoon, or on Saturday afternoon down in Salisbury at 1:30 is the Indians of Catawba. Coach Chip Hester has always got a good team there. They're always hard-nosed. They're tough on both sides of the ball, but they've sort of had a tough year. They are 2-4. They're 1-2 in the Southland Conference, but in almost every game they've been really competitive.
Oh yeah, they're a good football team. I mean, they're Catawba, and they're what Catawba always is. I mean,
Right.
they're extremely physical. They're well coached. They've just had some tough breaks, and every year we've played them, it's just been a tough game to play, and
Right.
we've had to play extremely well to be in it and to win it. And you know, Chip does a great job of coaching them, and you know, like I told the players today, it's a tough place to go play.
Right.
You got to really be ready to play.
Well, it's a tough place to play because they're good at home. But 2 years ago, it was also a monsoon, and it was tough to win there. It was a big win there. But talk about their offense. We've heard so far that they have a guy that runs around the ball that he can move up down the field, can't he?
Yeah, I mean, he can run the ball extremely well. He can throw it. I mean,
Right.
he's transferred from Illinois, and
That's not a slouch, is it?
no, and he's a physical guy, and he's really a good football player, and you know, they're real good up front on offense, and their defensive line is probably as good as anybody we've played against. They're extremely physical.
And they stop the run, don't they?
Yeah, they're first in the conference, you
Right.
know, on stopping the run. I'm not sure. You know, Carson Newman was able to move it. That's a different type of offense, you know. And once they get rolling, they're hard to stop in that offense. But you know, they're just a sound football team, and we've got a lot of work to do.
Well, we've had the bone, we've had the flex bone, we've had the spread. Now we have the pro eye. What's going to be in that offense?
Well, I think they do a great job of spreading you out and throwing them a little bit on the edges, and throw a lot of bubble work. You know,
Similar to us?
out there. Yeah, a little bit like us, and throw the tunnel screens and try to take your defensive front out of the game. And then once they get you rolling, they'll run right at you.
Right.
And they're strong and physical, and you know, they're a football team offensively that can keep the ball from you and put points on the board.
And the O-line's going to have a huge challenge with that team there. But Jonas only had 86 yards, but Jonas would sacrifice every bit of yard for a win, wouldn't he?
Yeah, and he did Saturday. I mean, we had a couple callback for penalties, or he'd have been over 100. And,
Right.
We lost 17 yards on one play, or 15 or whatever, and so he could have very easily been over 100 yards on Saturday. But Wingate was going to make sure that Jonas didn't beat him. I mean, they were
Right.
going to put enough people in the box and fit in the box, and you know, and they just beat us another way, and,
Right.
and several teams have done that this year, and we've had to throw it to loosen them up and then get Jonas going. So, you know, you never know going into the game what you're going to see. When you have a great running back, you never know what you're going to see on defense to get him stopped. And you know, some people are going to die a slow death with him running it, or they die a quick death with John throwing it, you know, a lot
Right,
of times.
right.
And Wingate chose, you know, we're going to stop the run, and they did a great job of stopping the run.
Is this the first year you really think that you have an air game and a ground game at the same time?
Well, we've had it in the past. You know, I think we're more balanced right now.
Balanced, I guess is the word I was trying to say.
You know, when Abernathy was here, there was one year where we had to throw it about every play. We couldn't run it, you know. So, you know, I think this offensive team is a little bit more balanced than some we've had over the years.
And Coach B, of course, you know, if he's studying a team, he would rather have a team that either ran the ball well or passed the ball well, because you can concentrate on one. Against the Lions, you have to think about both, don't you?
Yeah, I think the key is you want to make offenses one-dimensional.
Right.
So then you can just work on stopping one thing. And, you know, I think we've worked extremely hard trying to not be one-dimensional, you know, and I think it's helped us, you know, but in reality, we're able right now, and we've been lucky, is take what the defense gives you.
Keys to the game sponsored by Mountain Credit Union. Mountain Credit Union, your community credit union. Coach, Saturday afternoon, 1:30 in Salisbury, North Carolina, the Indians and the Lions give us keys to victory against the Catawba Indians.
Well, I think we're gonna have to be mentally ready to play and be focused mentally. And
Is there a hangover from last week, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just gotta forget about it.
Right.
We have done nothing but concentrate on Catawba and trying to get ready for Catawba. I think they're always good in the kicking game. I mean,
Right.
they
Trent's have been there forever.
Yeah, and they do a great job kicking off. You don't ever know where they're gonna kick the ball, and they do a great job of kicking it somewhere and going and getting it. So they put a lot of pressure on you in the kicking game, and we got to be sound in the kicking game, and then we got to somehow keep them from getting big plays at quarterback, and then we've got to find out what we can do against them, because I think defensively they're really sound, and they play extremely hard, and Chip Hester always has those guys ready to play, so
Right.
we've got to really execute on both sides of the ball.
I'll see you after we win Saturday.
Thank you, Ken.
All right. Saturday afternoon, 12:30 in the huddle on those Bojangles football Saturday on www.mhclions.com. Kickoff from Salisbury is 1:30. You can see you can listen to the whole thing right here on www.mhclions.com. It's been a good show tonight on Inside Line Football. I'm Cam Dowdle. He's Coach Tim Clifton, and we'll see you next week on Inside Line Football with head football coach Tim Clifton.